there's a huge percentage of people that suffer from some sexual dysfunction, but they don't know where to go.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you talk to your physician? Everyone thinks like, I'm going to talk to my physician about everything. But the reality is like, we don't get a ton of training in this. Like, I can screen really well to see if you might have some sort of STI, and tell you about the risks of, having some sort of like trauma to like from like a car accident or something, like, like the anatomy and STIs. But physicians, unless you specialize in these areas, you don't really have much expertise. This is me going on a tangent, Tony. You're going to have to get kind of like, just talking. But I bring all that up just to say, like, I've seen the field progress in other areas from an outsider's perspective. But what I'm hearing you say is like sexual health is lagging behind still.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we need to do a better job just as a culture, as a society, about how we talk about sex and the things we teach. You were talking about like differences culturally. I think one country that I know of specifically that does a really good job is Germany. In Germany, it's mandatory that every single school teaches sexual education. Kids begin learning about sexual education at 9. Like, can you imagine that? Like, I don't think I started getting sexual education in school until I was in high school.
Same.
And even then, the education was so, well, granted, I did go to primarily Catholic school, so it was all waiting until you're married to have sex. But I still think even in the young people that I work with and the sexual education that they're getting in school, it's not fact-based, it's not skill-based. And so in Germany, they're doing a really good job of like teaching how to identify like sexual harassment, what to do about it, which is really cool. Like, we don't do a good job of that at all. We don't teach the laws. We don't teach consent. We don't teach people like what to do if you see someone being harassed or assaulted and how to manage that. And we just have a society that has such a negative view of sex. And when we have sex negative societies, we have a very like limited view on what is considered appropriate sexuality. Our education is very limited, and just our communication around it is limited. So if you look at countries like Germany, where they have a much more positive attitude towards sex, they communicate about it openly, kids are being exposed to it. It just creates an environment where like then kids feel comfortable going to adults and asking questions when they have them. It's not sort of this like taboo topic where kids feel like they have to like keep all their behavior secret. They don't want to go to their parents. And that's when I end up seeing them in my setting, because they're acting out because they don't know how to manage their behaviors because no one ever talked to them about it.